My name is Dr. Marvin, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit. I've been on a quest for many years. I spent 55 years in the medical field as a family physician, working in western Kansas and 2 universities, teaching in 2 medical schools, because I really wanted to help people feel better and have a healthy life. And in spite of all these good intentions, I discovered after about 30 years, I wasn't going to reach my goal with drugs. And these goals were pretty elusive to me in some cases. You can't always find a way to help people with drugs and surgery alone. And I didn't know anything about nutrition. But I did know, as a pharmacist and a graduate of a pharmacy school, that the father of pharmacology said, and his name was Paracelsus, and he said this fact that I kept remembering all the time I was practicing. All that mankind needs for good health and healing is provided in nature. The challenge for science is to find it. Well, folks, for many years we looked into drugs for plants. We looked in plants for our answer. And many years we did that with real good results. However, as the new era come on and synthetic drugs came out, we thought we'd really got a hold of it. Paracelsus lived, see, 1493 to 1541. Now, 1,600 years later, a biochemist at Duke University that ancient medicinal herbs are what is triggering our bodies to be able to fight the ravages of oxidative stress and hence our aging. 1,600 years after Paracelsus said that. So that really rang a bell with me, because in my quest to help people, I found something that I've been looking for many years. Something that's safe, something that will achieve that, because even in my wanderings through the field of genetics, I found out that drugs won't change gene expression. Only plant substances, plant chemicals, plant substances will change gene expression. That's just made. That's just the way we're put together. And I feel now, really, at my later years, finding what I've been looking for. And I invite you to join me. Join me in an effort to help people to good health in a non-toxic way, a non-dangerous way, a non-poisonous way. Something that you don't take like you do many drugs and have to take 2 or 3 drugs for side effects. No, these are totally harmless. And what I'm going to share with you tonight, I have given to a 2-month-old baby without any adversity. So if you'll just give me the time to talk to you about this, you'll really be granting me a wish. I'm trying to get people to collect together to help people in a safe, non-toxic way, because that's the way your body's put together. That's the way your body functions. And I've done plenty of the other, believe me. As a pharmacist, I fill prescriptions, and as a doctor, I wrote prescriptions. Now, after all that, I see a better way that people can have what they need in a totally non-toxic manner. And Dr. Joe McCord, who's now professor of medicine at the University of Colorado School of Medicine, enables us to do that. And tonight I'm going to talk to you how this is possible, that you too can join in this quest to help people in a non-toxic manner. And I start by showing you some things that's what I look like. That isn't much, what's left of me, but I'm still striving to help people. Here's my CV. I have a BS in pharmacy, University of Kansas. Doctor of Medicine, University of Kansas. Physicians for 55 years. 55 now, as we had our reunion 3 weeks ago. I was assistant professor of family practice, University of Kansas, chairman of family, community, and geriatric medicine at Oral Roberts University in Tulsa. And the rest, well, I did have a radio program here in Kansas City called What's Up, Doc? And it was all the new things. And the things that you could do as an old country doctor would tell you that you wouldn't have to go to the doctor. Different things that you can do at home to prevent that. That you'd have your family have to go to the doctor at times. Good preventive measures. Now, this is a picture of the company that I'm talking about tonight. It's an 8-year-old company. It has a very experienced management team, transitioned from retail sales into personal franchises. Now, here's a point that I want to make. This product is safe, non-toxic, and there's 29 medical schools doing research as we speak on this with their own money. That's big, folks, because they hardly ever have any extra funds to do research with, but they're doing it with Protandim. That's the product, Protandim. It means to synergize. That's where the name comes from. We have 4 patents. Now, wellness is my quest. Wellness for people who can afford it, it isn't so expensive, it doesn't take people out of the workplace, it doesn't put you in a hospital and run up huge doctor bills. I just had a friend that was seen in the clinic, a well-known clinic, for 4 days on an outpatient basis. Her bill was $16,000. You see, there's a trend away from that because we can't afford it. Strongest economic situation are the baby boomers. And they want to look younger, they want to feel better. And I'm all for them, and that's what my goal is. Concerned about health issues and anti-aging. You know, our body genetically is made to last between 120 and 150 years, so the geneticists tell us. But you look around, how many of those do you see? It's because we have oxidative stress that is more than it's ever been in history. And we're all anxious many times about our retirement and our financial future. I have to make a disclaimer for this wonderful product called Protandim. It's not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I'm required to say that. What is Protandim? A very brief review for newcomers. Protandim is an NRF2 activator, a biochemical wake-up call to all of our bodies. NRF2 is an enzymatic transference pathway that is in all of our bodies, all 100 trillion cells. And we have had no natural activator of NRF2 ever put on the market until Protandim. That's a big issue here because it will activate every cell in your body. And this is kind of how it works. I'm sorry to have something as complicated and strange as NRF2 activation, but that's just what it does. Here's the inside of your cell. Here's Protandim. It connects onto these little kinase particles and goes all around your cells, kind of like a cleanup sweeper, cleaning out your cells, and that's part of where we get our survival-related enzymes that are produced inside that cell. There's many survivor enzymes from survivor genes, and that's what the activation of NRF2 leads to. I will try not to be any more scientific than that because I know that is something that unless you've had background, you probably won't be real interested in. Protandim provides protection against oxidative stress. We have all kinds of oxidative stress in our society. This is the cause of our aging. Now, to best describe this would be to take a piece of steel, lay it outside for a month, and see what it would look like. It would be rusty. Rust to steel is like aging to your body, and we're all aging at varying degrees. It also protects against inflammation. This is the strongest anti-inflammatory ever found that's totally safe, causes no gastric irritation, we can give it to babies. It also will eliminate fibrosis. That's a big issue because there's a lot of it, collect a lot of fibrotic tissue as we get older. Also, it's been proven by clinical studies to lessen carcinogenesis. On that alone, folks, I would be taking this. And there's other stressful conditions. And how did it do that? How does Protandim do that? Well, see, it affects 4,000 genes in your body. And they're not done because these medical schools are telling us new information all the time. And the latest report, I had a meeting with Dr. Joe McCord in San Antonio, and he said that when we end up with all this research with 29 medical schools, we're going to end up with somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 genes that are impacted by Protandim. Now, it regulates gene expression, instructing our cells to combat these conditions above, these 5 conditions, using information encoded in the DNA contained in each and every cell. Well, let me tell you, that's where health resides, is in the cell. You get healthy cells, you're going to have healthy tissues. Now, our 9th clinical study has just been completed. It was done at the University of Colorado School of Medicine, separate from Dr. McCord's unit in Biochem department. And what it showed that atherosclerosis, or the origin of all heart disease, there's 19 genes identified. These are modulated by Protandim. Also, colon cancer, 28 genes were identified, modulated by Protandim. Alzheimer's, as you know, is pretty near an epidemic in this country, and it's due to oxidative stress. Everybody's been wondering, what causes Alzheimer's? We know now. It's oxidative stress, and there's 66 genes identified. These are modulated by Protandim. This shows the possibilities that are enormous of preventing these 3 devastating diseases, and that's the gist of this 9th clinical study. And anybody that would like to have a copy of that, all they have to do is email me. And I think most of you have my email. If not, you can email Building Strength Webinars, and David will send you my email. Now, I just wanted to touch base, and I don't want you to even be worried about all this science, but I just want to bring this down from the paper that I just discussed. Genes affected by atherosclerosis, also known as hardening of the arteries. It bothers many people's carotid arteries and can cause strokes, but it also involves the coronary arteries, which causes death. The leading cause of death is stroke and heart attacks, and that's what is origin in atherosclerosis. Now, the disease causes uploading of these genes. These are all genes in your cells. Everybody has these. But the disease causes uploading. Protandim causes downloading. Now, that isn't too complicated. It downloads each one of these genes shown. And this is why I wanted to show this tonight. This is fact, folks. This is paper that's published. Now, here's the rest of them. And you don't need to even spend much time. You'll find this prostaglandin endoperoxide synthase in several different genes. But each time, Protandim downloads it. Now, in general, you can see this is a download by the disease, and for that, Protandim uploads. And so this is the benefit of Protandim. I want this in my body because this is the seat and origin of your disease. Colon cancer. Again, here's the genes I mentioned a while ago, the 19. And what happens? Here's the disease of cancer of the colon. It's all uploaded, each one of these different genes. And Protandim downloads them. Downloads them, folks, so this won't be active. I want that in my body, and I want it in every one of yours. It's within the sound of my voice. Here's some more. These are the rest of the genes involved. And as you can see, Protandim efficiently downloads them. No other product has ever done this, folks. None.